Um, well, let's introduce myself. I'm Archie, Archietp, or something like that. I have a prompt. I'll just slide it in front of the camera. Prompt, dummy prompt. I'm the dummy. I have to read like this. I could read another way, but I don't think it would be very much good. So what do I have? My dummy says read a trial. Yes, I'm going to trial the idea of recording to YouTube and then posting a link. There are a couple of other things I want to mention as well, and we'll get to those. What I'm going to read is message for Oeipa. This is 640 words long. I put it in the January competition. Goodness knows if you'll like this, but let's give it a go. I suppose I'd better apologise for my Latin. I haven't any, but I'm going to read it regardless. So, in the middle of the day, when the sun beat down, it was common for traders and their patrons to hide under awnings. This was blue sky summer, not wet, cool, and stormy like winter, but dry, dusty, torrid, merciless. Alexandria parched in the sultry heat that wafted from docks, river, and streets. Oeipa's gaze passed absently over the sunken Caesarean. Effort had been made to move it in the 4 decades since its overthrow, but it remained a navigation hazard into the Nevalia. She told the servant girl to hurry up. Alita surreptitiously gawped at Hawker's wares. Her mission to the market had been cut short, a request for her immediate presence from her father, Aneka, interrupting the purchase of fine pottery from Amico, a renowned artisan. The manservant who'd brought that message was left to organise delivery of those elegant wares to her family's home. Even now he would be struggling with that task. She shopped in anticipation of eventual marriage. For some years she had thought little upon matrimony, but at 24 years old her family worried that she was almost on the shelf. Was her father's message news of a suitable husband? And if so, what would he look like? There was a long list of unsuitable suitors. Appropriate ones were hard to find. Her father's wealth had led him to search for one in other Roman colonies. Oeipa's family considered themselves Romans. Before, in the time of the Ptolemies, they had been Greek. The stars moved in the firmament. You adapted or died. A harsh wind from inland held no relief, pressing against her, sucking moisture. The desertum Africum was not gentle. Oeipa cleared her throat again. She approached the villa that was her family's city residence. A servant ushered her to the atrium where her father waited. Aneka stood by the lectors, toga neatly ordered. She waited, studying the floor mosaic, silent, as was proper. Soon he gestured for her to follow him. They walked into the peristylum. Spacious surrounds. Nearby, low brick walls separated flower beds. A colonnade merged into gardens. That and free-standing columns acted as magnet to climbing plants. Aneka strongly resisted urgings to prune these. He would sometimes state, "That which I planted nature can maintain. When I want artifice, I'll start again." I'm sorry for the poetry there. To Oeipa, although restful to the eye, the painstakingly maintained disorder of the garden, its trailing leaves, and the careless scattered bloom, were too untidy. Then a cough, a sigh. Did it say that? Sorry. Then a cough, a sign that he had gathered his thoughts, ready for the formality of speech. Dearest Oeipa, I am sure that the offer of marriage into the respected family of Aulus Publio by virtue of his son Marcus, who even now has attained the rank of adjutor praetori, must meet with the blessings of the gods. Marcus is very ambitious, and I think that when he returns from his temporary army posting, you'll be more than satisfied with your match. What is his posting? Marcus will be with Legio Septima Decima for a further 9 months at least. His father expects him to return in December next year, that being 762 ab urbe condita, which of course is since the start of Rome. Should she feel excited at her father's news? Army business was rarely risk-free. At least her intended wasn't somewhere dangerous like the wilds of Germania. An unsettled province at the best. Still, Oeipa felt shapeless uncertainty seep into her soul. She hugged her robe tight. And there you have it. Right, let's get on to framework. I have this idea. Video voting. The winning entry for each month. Perhaps we could have 1 vote each to choose who will read the winning entry. In order to make it work, I think it would be helpful for those who would like to be involved in reading this piece, whatever it might be, to maybe read a sample of their own work and post a link here, wherever this happens to end up. And what else? In keeping with the idea of digital drinks, where we celebrate and commiserate, why not have a sit back and listen, relax kind of theme occasionally, where we just, I don't know, listen to other people's work, and or maybe we critique it, or maybe it's an awful idea. Okay, that's enough. That's my sample over. Let's see how well this comes together. Stop.